I'm an alcoholic. Get ready with me this morning while I tell you things that sobriety gave me that I was not expecting. The word peace to me before I got sober was like me having enough dry goods to hold me over and to allow me to be okay. And it was never enough. Like I always needed more, 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 more. That was peace. When I got sober, I literally had the mindset that I just needed to get rid of this dry goods issue. I wanted to learn how to like partake in marijuana substances and drinking normally. And the other stuff was the bad stuff. Like, I don't need that. If I can learn how to do this, it'll be fine. And what I learned is like, that's not how this disease works. And it's kind of fucked up. Learning that when I was 20 was kind of like a big blow. What am I going to do? Play bingo on Saturdays? Like, that's not fun. Like, my life is freaking over. Something that sobriety gave me that I didn't know I wanted or needed was peace. From the time I woke up to the time I went to bed when I was an addict and an active addiction was chaos, loneliness, dislike for who I was becoming towards the end, especially self-loathing, loneliness that no one knows other than another addict. It was fucking exhausting. Oh, it was so tiring. I had no peace whatsoever. It was constantly just like, how am I going to get this? I need this. I need this to be okay. Who am I going to have to go through to get this? I don't have money. How am I going to get this? From the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, I was not peace. When I got sober, with a lot of work, I was able to get to a place of peace. And like, I have a lot of serenity. In fact, when I think about how I once was, it's almost as if I'm thinking about a completely different person than who I am today. In early sobriety, that peace came in like little pockets. There wasn't as much peace. A lot of like self discovery and figuring out who I actually am, not who like my addict self is. I needed those like little pockets of peace. And that's what kept me in, because when I got it, it was just like, and I remember the first time I felt like complete and total peace. I think I had like 90 days sober. I was driving on the freeway and I had a Jeep at the time and I had the top off and the sun was shining and just like this complete peace and like quietness washed over me. It's just like, wow, like I've never felt this before. Like this is better than like when I was fucked up on like substances. Like, okay, like this is what they're talking about. This is that peace and serenity. Today I wake up and more days than not, like I have a lot of peace today, and that's pretty great. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have stayed sober if I had that brain addiction, but sober, because why? Another thing that sobriety gave me, I didn't know it would give me, nor was I like expecting it or thought I wanted it. I couldn't lie to myself anymore. Couldn't do it. When I'm in my disease, so much easier to just like fucking lie. Be like, okay, like you're not that bad. The chaos that's in the brain of like is a manipulation and believing it and wanting to believe it because you don't want